was going to cover this ARG a good while back. It's called Baldi's Basics 1996 Archive. And it's an ARG where Baldi's Basics was an actual old game that became lost media, with our main character trying to find as much information as they can to archive it, all the while Noel tries to stop them. It's very Chess Kids-esque, but the day I began to research and went to go download all the videos, I found nothing. All the links I saved just kept going to a blank page, until finally, I came across this video.
They didn't give me a warning about it. This is the first time this has happened. They immediately got rid of the channel. Like, they could have given me a warning, like, oh, we age restricted your content, it's inappropriate when...
Without warning, without strike, without anything, it was all gone. And this is why. Now, I should mention that before the channel was made, it was all hosted on a different channel, meaning we actually do have some access to the ARG still. However, many of the comments, channel details, and of course any videos exclusive to that channel are now lost to the void. As such, I'll be going over the videos we do still have access to before getting into the situation and what's happened since then. All of these other pre-archive channel videos are on the Markus the Charkus channel. It looks like Markus no longer has the playlist up with all the videos, so I'll just be going off of what's on the channel, which means we start the ARG at Markus Plays Baldi's Basics. The video starts right away with a message from Noel.
This must be really, really funny for you, mustn't it? Huh? Why? Why can't you just listen to me? Stop watching this video. Stop playing the damn game. Why do you always treat me like a joke? Please, just listen to what I have to say. Destroy the game. What? Is it the lore? Is it the story? Oh, I bet that's all you care about. You don't care about what's really going on, do you? You don't care about anything other than just being... a superhero. No, it's all coming down!
The video also has a Bible verse in the description. Better is the end of a thing than its beginning, and the patient spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Celestes 7-8. That's basically all this video has. It's lore-based, as the rest of it's just a normal playthrough of the game. No roleplay or weird stuff there. A good chunk of the videos from here on out are actually rather short. For example, the next video, 1996 Baldi's Basics intro screen, which is just that, a mock-up of the start screen, only for this 1996 version, even with a similar intro.
That's me!
That's me!
Skipping ahead, we find the main video that, chances are, if you've seen this ARG before, this is where. 1996 Baldi's Basics, all characters' voice lines. This video is mostly just Markus voicing over each of the characters with just minor changes, and of course the specialty designs 1996 is known for, including making the bully an actual jock, and playtime having the traditional elementary color book style. This video blew up, getting over 200,000 views and almost 500 comments, which led to 3 back-to-back videos thanking everyone for all the subscribers. Most interesting of which is Baldi thanks you for 4K subscribers.
Hi, it's me. Hi, I've been wanting to talk to you. I have something very important to say. Stop it. Stop watching these Voiceline videos. It's not worth it. If you keep requesting for him to make it a game, he's going to make it a game, and then I won't be able to contact you as easily, and that's really bad, because I need help. Please, I know you're probably going to take this as a joke, and it's never impressive, but I'm being serious. Please, I need your help. Please, take me seriously, please. Stop watching the video, stop watching this content, he's trying to chop us out!
Now this other video is notably different in tone from the last time we saw Noel. After all, the first time had a very frustrated, angry tone to it, whereas here there's a very desperate, pleading tone. Seems like we have a bit more control than he gave us credit for. This exact video also plays at the start of the next video, 1999 Baldi's Basics plus all voice lines, which gives us even more voices and more changed designs with the characters added from Baldi's Plus, like Johnny, Cloudycopter, Miss Pomp, Beans, Test, and Dr. Reflex. But this now brings us to the true start of the ARG. 1999 Basics+.mp4. Most of this is shown in a Windows Movie Maker-esque way to show the old lost version of Baldi's Basics Plus. It's very edutainment-y with awkward pauses and lines typical of the time period.
It looks like I'm going to be your math teacher.
Soon enough, they give us the infamous "you can think" pad. The player gets everything correct, but right at the end, of course, it glitches out, and Baldi gets sad.
Well, better luck next time. But don't worry, I hear every door you open. Every door you open.
From there, the data gets corrupted, and pulls a Walton Files bunny farm on us, crashing the game. There's a video teasing a later video, the investigation continues, before we get the 7K subscriber special, given by not Markus, but instead another character named Lego Dude, who reveals to us that Markus hasn't been going to school or answering any calls. However, he seemingly texted them all, saying that they're taking a self-care day. And then we get to the teased video, which opens up to them clarifying and swearing up and down that they aren't dead. Apparently, despite the game being untouched for years, it's gotten an update again, seemingly at random. We meet Dr. Bladder, our science teacher. After a bit of stumbling and a really bad pun, they give us an IQ test, which goes relatively well. Next, we see their version of Baldi's camping segment. After some small talk, there's some weird piece of dialogue from Baldi.
Yeah, a lot more peaceful too. I know you miss him. We all do. But sometimes it's just better to move on. He always loved you, you know. Go to the river. To the river. We love you, Markus. But it's time to move on.
It's time to wake up. Back to the game screen, one of the minigames has changed. Baldi's history course has turned into "everything burns, stings" upon selecting it. Help me out. This is hell. Let me out. Please, it hurts. He was found hanging. We get a slightly different video next, titled MP's Not So Conspiracy Theory, episode 99. Are ghosts actually real? And yes, MP does stand for MatPat.
Are ghosts actually real?
The main thing this video rails into is that memories are ghosts, and that by remembering someone, you're effectively keeping them alive. This also relates to nostalgia being hauntings, which is especially interesting given that our main character here was trying to archive and find everything on Baldi's 1999 due to nostalgia. And given how much Noel keeps trying to stop people from watching and creating anything to do with it, it's keeping him alive. And given that hanging thing from earlier, I think we could tell where this is going. In the comments we can see the return of Lego Dude. I used to listen to these with Sage when we were younger. Such nice memories. Lego Dude returns the next video as well, episode 2.5, Dreams, as we can hear them commenting in the background about how something took them 12 hours. Strongly implied to be whatever secret they just found here.
A tape?
Okay, hi.
This is a game.
I don't really know if this is real or not, cause, I don't know. This is surreal, so, I don't even know what to say. I found this cassette recorder thingy, and, I need to know if what's happening right now is real. Right now I'm in, like, this school environment, I'm sorry for stuttering, and I don't know what to do. Whatever. Oh, come on, just deep breaths, Markus. Deep breaths. What's that sound?
Markus is trapped in the game. It's hard to tell what POV this next clip is in, but given the school aesthetic, it's likely to be Markus. The video quality is really bad, but we can see as they pass a room similar to Dr. Bladder's and go to a computer. We cut back out of the school where we learn that this is supposedly in Detroit. Of course that's where Baldi teaches. We can faintly hear a distressed young girl, and we once again see a computer. this time in a similar void to what you get when you game over in the original Baldi demo.
Greetings, Ivan. I know you and your little friends have been worried about Markus' safety. How about we make a little deal, Make sure you keep posting these videos. Don't do anything to try stopping him or lead him astray. Do we have a deal?
Unfortunately, this is where it began to be posted on that other channel. I didn't watch a bunch of these because I wanted to research and theorize all at once, and because at the time I was working on that Cloud Scratcher video, I just didn't have the time to. However, if I recall, the videos continued with Markus uploading things he found in the files of the game, and their continued investigation into it, apparently seeing Noel in their dreams at one point. There were two videos I saw right before it was all deleted, both mostly being just a still picture. They're both little hallways of some kind, with the second having Noel appear and again demand everyone stop searching. But you and I already know how this ends, don't we? On May 11th, 2024, Markus posted this video.
So, recently I've been doing a series of videos, under the title of the 1996 Basics Archive, this sort of ARG story-driven video series based around the game Baldi's Basics, right? And I had my own channel where me and a group of my friends would post the videos, and that channel has been suddenly terminated by YouTube.
The channel was deleted without any form of notification or warning, no age restriction, no email. Overnight, it was all done. Not only that, but Markus' main channel was completely demonetized not long after. They desperately attempted to reach out to YouTube support, email, Twitter, but nothing came of it. In fact, to this day, they still have no idea why or what caused it. Although Markus thinks it to be bots, I disagree, because a bot shouldn't know that these channels are even related. A bot automatically notifies parties with something to remove. That's just how it works. I don't know why any YouTube employee would do this, but from what we know about the situation, it's just weird. YouTube has always been notorious for having a really bad system when it comes to these kind of things, but this contradicts how its own bots operate. One last video we made about this 2 months later where they remastered the designs, but it is here that we're given confirmation that Baldi's 1996 isn't coming back. Naturally, that whole situation with it being shut down caused heavy burnout, though surprisingly they're still doing ARGs. Currently, they're working on FNAF AU called Homicidal Hurricanes, which is honestly pretty dope. And I might even make a video on that in the future once I'm less busy trying to get next facility done. And so, the Baldi's archive went into a permanent hiatus. Or so I thought, because while I was researching and scripting this video, I found out that Baldi's Archive 1996 is still being made by Lego Dude from earlier.
I'm the new owner of the 1996 Baldi's Basics ARG. Since Markus the Charcus is giving me the ownership, just know that I'll be posting 1996 stuff over here. Hello guys, I'm here to say that the ARG is currently still in production, but as a mod. I'm working with Fanbrand Real, and I'm helping her with the mod with many other people. A trailer has been made, and you guys should check it out.
Now, not a lot of videos have been made on this channel, as so far most of what's shown here is re-establishing information from the original videos. However, we also get this from Lego Dude.
Dear Baldi's Basics 1996 viewers, so I've been thinking about it a lot, and I've been thinking about making 1996 not a YouTube ARG anymore. Because I can't make ARG videos on YouTube, and it's too hard for me to make videos and have video ideas. Most progress will be on Markus' Discord server, and I hope you guys will be fine with this change. Please understand. Thank you.
A bit of an update. While I was recording and editing this video, a new video about 1996 was posted by Markus. It seems to be a revitalized version of the original Baldi's plus archive.mp4 video. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that too, which is, yeah, nice. Go check that out. I won't, fully dissect it here, so go check that out. Yeah, nice. So it looks like despite everything, Baldi's Basics 1996 is still going to be made despite its rocky history. In fact, the last video on the channel was only made about 2 weeks ago, meaning we might be seeing that game sometime soon after all. It's a shame what happened, as it looks like it scared both of them out of posting anything quote-unquote risky on YouTube. Not to mention that to this day, Markus is not being paid for any of his work and the effort from his new ARG of no fault of his own. If anything comes out of this video, I strongly suggest you either support his current passion project, Homicidal Hurricanes, or help in trying to get YouTube to say or do anything to try and undo the demonetization his channel is facing. I always hate it when creators are forced to censor or dumb down their art for the sake of appeasing advertisers that themselves put forward scantily clad women in malware. And it extra sucks because Markus is such a small creator. He doesn't have the means of getting a situation resolved or fixed unless a larger creator makes enough of a kerfuffle, which is just fucked up. How come the only good way of contacting YouTube isn't even on its own platform? How come there's no checks and sums in place to verify that bots are correct in their assessment? How come people like Markus have to tiptoe around invisible barriers? Meanwhile, back when I was 12, I was bombarded with condom ads while I was trying to watch popular MMOs. The system is bad. But if we can't get YouTube to listen, then just give them some love. Again, Markus's channel is Markus the Charkus, and Baldi's archive is now being run on LEGO Dudes 691. I'll put them both in the description so you can check out either of their works and send them love. Anyways, I think that's all for now. Don't forget to check out my newest series, Next Facility. Its first episode airs tomorrow, and episode 2 immediately after. So, I hope to see you again. Peace.